I do not find the connection why the Honorable Fernandez is asking
Documents.
several documents to be submitted before this committee.
Because
Mr.
these
Chair,
are all
the
pertinent
one that
documents coming
assesses
from
the
NGCP.
performance
And we
of
haven't received
NGCP,
any
Mr.
documents
Chair.
yet coming from NGCP just now. Ngayon lang tayo naka-receive ng documents sa kanila eh. Ano, pipigilan niyo ako na kunin to. Ang tagal-tagal ko na kinukuha to, 2019.
Tunay na balita, walang kinakampiyan, sumasalamin sa katotohanan lamang.
What's up mga kayon? Welcome back pa rin syempre dito lang sa Joe Malone TV para sa programa natin na Issue ng Bayan, ating pag-usapan. Today is January 24, araw ng Friday, weekend na mga kayon. Kaya magandang umaga, hapon, gabi po sa inyong lahat. Shoutout po sa lahat ng mga viewers natin abroad, yung mga OFW natin dyan. Syempre, maraming salamat po sa pagtutok at pagtitiwala, syempre. Sa Joe Malone TV natin, sa pagkikinig, pagtambay at laging panonood para alamin at questionin, pag-usapan at talakayin yung mga issue ng bayan na kailangan naman talaga natin bosesan, di ba?
I hate truck.
Di ba? Kasi kailangan natin pag-usapan to. Hindi na tayo nabubuhay doon sa unang panahon kung saan tikom ang mga bibig, nakabusal ang mga bibig natin, nakapiring ang mga mata natin, at nakatakip yung tenga natin nang hindi natin namamalayan o binibigyan ng tamang aksyon yung mga nakikita, naririnig at na pag-uusapan. No? Sa ngayon, panahon na ng SOCMED, panahon na ng social media kung saan meron na tayong mga gadgets na pwede nating picturean, pwede nating ma-video, yung mga CCTV, napaka-importante yan. Gaya nung post ko sa Facebook, yung sa Road 10, yung dalawang magnanakaw nagbukas ng kotse. Unfortunately, yung kotse hindi nakalock. So, kinuha yung bag. Lumabas pa nga ng bahagya yung parang babae ata yun kasi nakita sa CCTV syempre, siguro pinigilan na dahil wala ka ng choice doon pagka ganun So, dalawa yon sa Road 10. Ayun, nahuli na. Ngayon ang power ng CCTV. Nakikita yung muka, di ba? Malas mo na lang yan siguro pagka hindi nakatakip yung muka. So, yun yung power ng CCTV ng social media na CCTV na ako ng pinost sa social media, nagkalat, nag-viral din sa kanya sa TikTok Tapos ayun na, yun nahuli na sa Bilalita na sa GMA. So yun yung importance, no. Sana laging ganoon. Ang problema lang kasi pagka involved nasa gobyerno, parang tila ba bumabagal. Diba? Parang bumabagal ang proseso. Eto na, panoorin natin. Para nagkainitan. Oy, nga pala, salamat nga pala sa mga viewers natin. Kung bago ka sa channel ko, huwag mo kalimutan mag-like, share ng mga videos natin. I-subscribe mo na yan. Tapos meron din tayong join membership dan para doon sa mga ilang exclusive na video natin na ang una makakapanood, yung mga exclusive members natin. At pati na rin yung unlimited shoutout sa inyo. Maraming salamat po. At thank you sa... Uy, ang ganda ng liwanag na yun. Thank you sa panonood at pagtangkilik dito sa Joe Malone TV. Eto na. So sa House of Representatives kahapon, medyo nagkasagutan dito si Congressman Dan Fernandez, pati na rin si Congressman Dante Marcoleta regarding sa electricity, no? Sa electricity, kung di ako nagkakamali. Basta yun yung pinag-uusapan nila. So meron mga nag-present, kinat ko na dahil masyado mahaba. It's a 7 hours long video. So pinili ko na lang yung sagutan ni Congressman Dan Fernandez at saka ni Congressman Dante Marcoleta. Actually, hindi namang sagutan, in a way, nagbigayan ng opinion, di ba? Yun naman ang, yun naman ang tema ng hearing, di ba? May magpe-present, may maglilitis, may mag-hearing, pag-uusapan, in short, no? Okay? Pag-usapan natin, pakinggan natin yan, issue ng bayan natin pag-usapan. Medyo mahaba ba ito, kaya minamadali ko na dahil 30 minutes lang naman yung maximum natin. Pero okay lang kahit sumobra tayo ng bahagya. Kasi napakaganda ng topic na to. Dahil kilala natin si Congressman Dante Marcoleta, isa sa mga plataforma niya, pababain yung kuryente. Napaka-importante na ito, mga kayo na. Kasi kung mababa yung kuryente, malaking karausan yan sa bawat Pilipino, lalo-lalo na padating sa expenses nila. Yang kuryente na yan. Kaya isa sa mga isinusulong niya ni Congressman Rodante Marcoleta, yung pababain ang kuryente. Kaya ito, pinag-uusapan na nila rito. Panoorin natin. Issue na bayan natin pag-usapan. Paki-like and share yung video natin.
Okay, so we start first with Transco. Please present. Silence requested.
Ito,
Good
Transco.
afternoon. I'm Dina Dizon, Vice President of Transco.
Ayan, alamin natin kung ano yung Transco. The National Transmission Corporation, Transco, is a government agency created under Republic Act 9136, otherwise known as the Electric Power Industry Reform Act of 2001. Since March 1, 2003, Transco operated and managed the power transmission system that links power plant to electric distribution utilities nationwide. The same law mandated the privatization of Transco through an outright sale of management concession agreement. So ito yung corporate profile ng Transco.
So that's
Meron siyang
our-
presentation, pinutol lang natin kasi masyado mahaba. Tapos nag-comment dito si Congressman
Presentation,
Dante
Mr.
Marcoleta.
Chair. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Very much. Marco.
thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I find it a little bit difficult to understand why Transco is the one passing judgment on the performance of NGCP. I'd like to believe, Mr. Chair, it should be ERC who should be advising us on the aspects and the pertinent indicators for us to understand whether or not NGCP performed well in accordance with the role. Kasi, Mr. Chair, I think it is better for us to determine which performed better in relation to the grid performance. Nung panahon ba ng Transco o nung panahon na ng NGCP? This is more understandable for us. Lawmakers, kaya naming intindihin ito, ma'am, but I don't think you are in a position to pass judgment on the performance of NGCP. Kayo po ang may-ari niyan eh. Kayo ang may-ari, pero sila po yung operator ngayon. But I think, and Madam ERC, kayo po ang kayo po ang merong role dito eh. But before that, Mr. Chair, I think you made the opening salvo and said that the very purpose of this hearing is for us to determine or to lower the rates of electricity in this
Yon.
country. If that is the primordial objective, I believe, Mr. Chair, the cost share of NGCP in the entire electric bill of our people is only 3%. 52% still in generation. 25% is in distribution. So if we are serious enough in focusing our attention and reducing the electricity in this country, let us focus on which area takes up the largest share. Dapat sa generation tayo eh. Pero ang daming problema po, Mr. Chair eh. I already pointed out this to the BOE. Noon po, ERC muna. If we wanted to reduce the electricity in this country, let me ask the ERC, bakit hanggang ngayon po wala kayong regulations on aggregation? Bakit yun ating pong ARCOA hindi nyo pinatutupad? This is where we can reduce our electricity. Retail competition and open access
Yun.
is a provision in EPIRA that we have not seriously considered. Ilan po yung nag-migrate from the captive market of Meralco? Ilan po kaya? Napakalaki po ng relation nito, Mr. Chair. If we really wanted, if we are really serious to lower the electricity in this country, kailangan po nating i-implement po yung EPIRA. Nandun po yung sinasabing retail competition and open access.
Yes.
So, alam po ba ninyo kung ilan ang nakaka-graduate or migrate from the captive market of Meralco para contestable market na sila? Wala naman kayong report eh. What about aggregation? There are no rules on aggregation here. Pagkatapos ni-raise po namin ang issue way noon pa, you suddenly adopted a modality you call performance-based rate. Mr. Chair, before we had EFIRA, ang ating pong modality is RORB. This is return on base rate, which is more practical because everything else is based on capex. Kung ano po yung gastos ninyo, doon tayo kikita. Pero doon sa performance based na po kung ano lang pinlano nila, hindi pa po natin napatunayan kung talagang yung plano natupad. Doon na po natin ibe-base ang singil. Kaya ang taas-taas po And we need to look into the system loss. Magkano po yung system loss? Meralco, maybe 10%. Electric cooperatives, maybe 20%. Ang taas po. Bakit hindi po ito yung unahin natin? Why are we focusing our attention on the transmission, which is only 3%?
Thank you very much, the Honorable Marcoleta.
Ito po yung gusto
Ano
ko
po,
pong
napaganda ho ng inyong
Mr. Chairman.
posisyon at inyong mga tanong.
Mr. Chair.
Mr.
Chairman.
The Honorable
Mr. Chair.
po,
Kulitis yan no?
Point of clarification, Mr. Chair.
Klaklaruhin lang po natin to ha. Meron pa ho isa pang presentation.
Yes,
Patapusin po natin muna yung isang presentation, then lahat ng mga nakalista,
Point of
tatawagin ko po
clarification,
kayo
Mr.
para
Chairman.
maayos po yung ating presentation.
Mr. Chairman, point of
Thank you.
clarification and point of information. And hindi po naman natin dinidepensa ang Transco. But tama po si Congressman Marcoleta that we have to follow kung ano sinasabi ng ating pong EPIRA. And specifically, EPIRA law, binabanggit po yan sa Section 34F. Para po i-determine yung pong rate base, no? Transco and distribution utility, ang sinasabi, shall not be allowed to include management inefficiencies.
I
Mr. Chairman,
apologize.
yes,
Please,
Mr. Chair.
Please reserve your reply. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, that's the reason why I said a while ago na sana next na hearing natin makapunta na po sila. At I hope that they will consider that these hearings that we are conducting are so important regarding the franchise of NGCP. And in the last hearing as well, Mr. Chairman, we have a list of documents that we subpoenaed. At isa doon, Mr. Chairman, na hiniling po natin yung pong shareholders agreement of National Grid Corporation and yung pong State Grid of China. Ito pang State Grid of China, siya rin ba, Mr. Anthony Almeida, ang State Grid International Development Limited? Are they the same and one?
No, it's a holding company.
So iba po holding company yung yung State Grid International Development Limited? O siya
Yes,
ang
Mr.
State
Chair.
Grid of China?
No, the other one is a holding company. State Grid of China is the mother company.
Okay. So,
Yes.
can you kindly submit to this committee yung shareholders agreement of the NGCP and
Matagal to. Diyos ko.
the China Grid, yung State Grid of China? Okay, shareholders agreement. We need to find out because sinasabi mo kanina walang control ang Chinese
Yes,
sa
Mr.
operation and maintenance of the of
Yes,
the
Mr.
operation. So we will find out with
Yes,
the
Mr.
shareholders agreement submitted to us. And
Mr.
please, nire-remind po namin ang NGCP na sana po hindi po sa araw ng hearing kayo nagsasubmit ng mga dokumento. Bigyan nyo naman po kami ng oras para basahin ng mga dokumento na dinadala nyo po sa amin.
Yes,
Give
Mr.
us
Chair.
at least 2 days or 3 days prior to the hearing itself.
Opo, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. And secondly, Mr. Chairman, all requests for authority to purchase land executed by the NGCP
Pagkain na naman,
or
no?
any of its officials. Third, yung pong mga memoranda executed by the NGCP or any of its officials in relation to construction projects by the NGCP. Ikaapat po, any and all documents submitted by the NGCP during the bidding for the privatization of Transco. And number 5, any and all documents submitted by the NARI group in relation to the bid proposals submitted to NGCP. Share purchase agreement among Henry C., Robert Kyoto, and Synergy Grid and Development Incorporated. Submit it to us as well. Number 7, proof of approval by the Philippine Stock Exchange and Philippine Competition Commission of the share purchase agreement or the share swap transaction among Henry C., Robert Cujuto, and Synergy Grid. Number
Point of
8.
order, Mr. Chair.
This is a administrative matter, Mr. Chairman.
Ayan na, magkakasagutan na
I
yan.
would like to make a point of order, Mr. Chair, because I am guided by the subject matter of the inquiry. This is a motu proprio inquiry on the performance of the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. So we are supposed to be assessing the performance of NGCP.
Ayan ang maganda pagka
And in
attorney.
relation to the very
Pagka mga
objective
abogado rin yung mga
lowering
ano
the
eh.
price of electricity. I do not find the connection why the Honorable Fernandez is asking
Documents.
several documents to be submitted before this committee.
Can you
I
please-
think
Mr. Chairman, because with all these documents that we are asking from the NGCP, we will be able to assess their performance. Because
Mr.
these
Chair,
are all pertinent
the one that
documents coming
assesses
from
the
NGCP,
performance
and we
of
haven't received
NGCP,
any
Mr.
documents
Chair.
yet coming from NGCP just now. Ngayon lang tayo naka-receive ng documents sa kanila eh. Ano, pipigilan niyo ako na kunin to. Ang tagal-tagal ko na kinukuha to, 2019 pa.
is the high cost of electricity.
Isa sa mga tumatagal na yung hearing, pagka yung mga ini-invite nila mga resource person, yung mga yung mga dapat nilang imbitahan, hindi nakakarating. Dapat hindi lalo na pagka mga importanteng bagay gaya nung kanina. Dapat hindi hindi sila nagsisimula hangga't hindi kompleto yung mga resource person na in-invite nila. Kasi ang tagal eh. Kasi hindi masasagot yung particular na mga tanong kung yung ang tatanungin kunyari department ng Transco kung hindi dumating, paano nila masasagot yung ang ibang tanong na related sa Transco kung wala doon yung representative. 'Di ba? Dapat hindi sila nag-i-start kung hindi kompleto yung mga in-invite nila. Not unless yung in-invite nila hindi naman masyado gano'n na ka-importante, 'di ba?
Attributable alone.
Okay.
To NGCP.
Not alone, Mr. Chair.
Not alone. Thank you, because there are a lot of things and factors that must be considered. Is it correct to assume that there was an ERC resolution some time ago where you set the return on equity for distribution at 13.65%?
Mr. Chair, I do not recall that particular, because there's a different percentage governing the distribution utilities po.
Suppose I show to you that particular resolution before this day ends, na 13.65%. What will be the penalty that you should owe this committee? Meron po eh. Huwag po niyo sabihin hindi. You
Yeah.
set, nasa resolution po ninyo eh. 13.65%.
I'm trying to recall, Mr. Chair, because if you can share the year, then
Namaya po
maybe
kasi
we can
kukunin ko
trace
po
po.
doon sa aking notebook eh, nandun
Apo.
eh. But I
Kasi
assure
po-
you there is one.
Sige po.
The reason why I'm asking this, because yung 13.65% hindi natutupad because you are not even examining the financials of Meralco. Pag tinignan po nyo, yung return on equity is already more than 23%. Yun po yung
Matagal to.
pinagmumulan ng taas ng kuryente ngayon. Because we might be barking on a wrong tree. My friend Melvin Matibag, when you made this an statement earlier, what office did you represent?
I said I'm the former president. I'm now one of the consumers, and I
No, but you
represent the Filipino.
made a statement earlier.
I was asked by the committee to make a statement regarding
Yes.
my experience as the previous president of the National Transmission Corporation,
So you were with Transco at the time.
2017 until 2022.
Yes, that's
In
why you
fact,
were able.
just to be honest, most of the documents being plus here
Kaya nga,
was
the reason why you
provided
were
by the
able
chair.
to make a statement because you were with Transco at the time.
That's correct,
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
And you said that you have not had the opportunity of inspecting the facilities NGCP. Did I hear you right?
That's correct, and it's even supported by a letter coming from NGC.
Never, not once.
When I was new, they invited me to view all the screens, but not the facilities. And in fact, as I was saying, there is a letter dated
Up
August
to what
28,
extent were you allowed to visit?
only in the monitor room.
The what?
The monitor room, the monitoring room, then they said how the electricity flow. I've never seen the equipment, the narrating and everything, just the screens.
NGCP, is that correct?
Mr. Chair, with all the respect to Mr. Matibag, he was allowed on the floor, the system operations floor in Quezon City, a place usually reserved only for dispatchers. Our guests are usually confined to a conference room beside it, but because Mr. Matibag and then Secretary Kusi were, of course, had a spot visit, we did allow them to come in without notice.
That's exactly what I'm saying with the monitors. Di ba yun? Sa Quezon City?
Mr. Matibag, that was for the system
that's what I'm
operations,
saying,
not
with the
just the monitor, sir. That's the control center. That's where everything happens. That's why that's a very high secure area that I myself cannot enter without going through the security protocols, even though I am an employee of NGCP.
Okay, Mr. Chair, may I continue?
Kaya nakaaway-away na.
I think that was settled. Kanina po, sinabi ko na parang pinagtitripan natin ng NGCP sapagkat ang pinagmumulan po ng cost natin sa ating electric bill, kung pag-uusapan ng NGCP po, transmission, is only 3%. Parang ayaw po nilang maniwala. Mr. Chair, ako po, religiously po na kino-compute ko po, alam ko yun eh. Alam ko po 3%, yung nagsasabi po ng 10%, nagsisinungaling yun kasi hindi niya alam yung ancillary services. Alam ko po yun eh. 3% lang talaga. Madam ERC, may I continue with you, please? When you failed to provide regulatory reset for 2 regulatory periods, did it affect the operational cost of NGCP?
Mr. Chair.
Hindi
I
na
don't think
makasagot.
so, Mr. Chair, because they were still able to declare dividends during those periods.
That does not answer my question. They might have declared dividends, but I'm talking about operational cost. They might have absorbed the costs. Do you have an idea as to how much they lose? Or they lost?
Mr. Chair, they would have filed losses, but since they had unrestricted retained earnings, and from those unrestricted retained earnings were able to declare dividends, I would understand that they were able to cover their costs during that period where there was no reset.
So that is the kind of reasoning that you will give this committee. Kaya pala, kahit na mandatorily, kailangan kang gumawa ng regulatory reset, you are all taking your sweet time. Sapagkat alam ninyo, walang nawawala sa kanila. Is that your presumption, Madam?
With all due respect, Mr. Chair, I beg to differ. This
So
commission
you
has...
believe there is no cost on the part of NGCP?
No, there is cost, Mr.
That's
Chair,
why
of
I'm
course.
asking you, do you have an idea as to how much
They filed...
NGCP might have lost?
No,
Yun
they
lang
did
naman
not
eh.
file for losses, Mr. Chair. They filed for...
I'm not asking you, ma'am, if they filed for losses.
I
I'm
thought that
asking
was
you
the
if you have an
question, Mr.
idea.
Chair.
If you have an idea, please say so. Kung wala, okay lang.
Wala po kasi po ang final po nila ay increase in authorized revenue. or
NGCP, do you
allowable
agree?
revenue.
Mr. Chair, with all due respect to Attorney Mona, what we filed for was correct, but that is because it represents an under-recovery on the part of NGCP.
How much was the amount of under-recovery?
For, I think, our fourth regulatory period, we claimed for, applied for an under-recovery of 200 billion pesos.
200 billion pesos.
Yes, sir, because as you already mentioned, the last regulatory period approved by the ERC was conducted in, regulatory approval was conducted in 2009 for the period ending 2015. So beginning 2016 up to this date, the revenue scheme that we have been working on is interim in nature and no longer reflects the required capital expenditure needed for the continued development of the transmission system.
Mga kayo, napaka-importante kasi na ito, no? na malaman din natin kasi kung saan nanggagaling yung kung ano yung mga competitors at kung ano yung mga pwedeng retailers ng Meralco o kung sino man na mapababa talaga yung electricity dito sa bansa natin. Kasi ang laking ano nito ang laking kaginhawa nito. Sobrang haba na yung usapan nila. Masyado na inaabot ng 7 hours to the point na talagang kung hindi mo mapapanood ng buhay, baka hindi mo talaga maintindihan. Pero in layman's term, ang gusto lang talaga ni Congressman Dante Marcoleta rito is mapapaba yung electricity dito sa bansa. Kasi naniniwala siya na malaking kaginhawahan to which is true naman. Malaking kaginhawaan pag mababa yung kuryente. Kasi isa to lalo na ako sa akin, lalo na sa mga may mga pamilya. Isa yon sa mga talagang hindrance na kahit papano makaraos-raos naman ang isang pamilya dahil sa dami mga expenses. Actually, hindi naman electricity. Siyempre, yung taas ng bilihin. Pero at least, pag mababa ang kuryente mo, baka sakaling bumaba din yung... domino effect Pag bumaba yung singil sa kuryente, siyempre, giginhawa kahit papano dahil mababawasan yung expenses, di ba? Kahit na mababa yung minimum wages na sinasahod ng isang trabahante, kahit papano siguro makakaraos siya kasi bumaba na yung kuryente. Pag bumaba yung kuryente, may tendency na bababa na rin yung mga bilihin kasi nakakatipid na sila, lalong-lalo na yung mga magsasaka na gumagamit ng electricity, di ba? At hindi lang yung mga magsasaka, yung mga agriculture din, yung mga crops natin na dinadala sa kung saan-saan. Siyempre, makakabawas din sila ng electricity. May bababa din nila yung presyo. And at the same time, pag nalaman ng mga investor na mababa na yung kuryente sa Pilipinas, hindi na ganun kataas, marami mag-i-invest. Pag marami nag-invest, nagpatayo ng mga kumpanya, yung mga ganyan-ganyan, sino ang unang mabibigyan ng trabaho? Siyempre, mga Pilipino. Diba? So, Pilipino pa rin yung magbe-benefit. So, yun yung domino effect pagka nasimulan na maibaba talaga yung kuryente. Saka parang, di ba, number 1 na electricity source natin ngayon is si Meralco. Di ba? Although meron mga, meron mga retailer, alam ko, saka mga competitors, kasi pag magbabayad ka ng kuryente sa Meralco, may mga lalabas doon, hindi lamang, pag babayad ka ng kuryente, electricity sa mga app, halimbawa sa GCash, hindi lang naman Meralco yung option Marami din naman. May mga rules din may mga rules din. So sana mas malinaw in layman's term, no? Na kung saan mas maiintindihan ng mga kapwa Pilipino kung ano talaga nangyayari sa ganyang usapin patungkol sa mga electricity na yan. Kasi tayo, parang ang taas na naman ng kuryente. Parang willing victim tayo, ang taas ng kuryente. Tapos the next days, the next month, bababa yung kuryente, matutuwa ka ng bagya. Tapos sa susunod, tataas na naman. Malulungkot ka na naman. Diba? So parang ang nangyayari, no choice Hindi ka naman pwedeng hindi magkuryente. Diba? Lalo-lalo na ngayon, pag mainit talaga. So kailangan mo magbukas ng electric fan. Kung wala kayong aircon, kailangan mo magbukas ng electric fan. Kung may aircon kayo, malamang ang bubuksan mo aircon. Nang sa ganun, hindi ka mainitan. Kung baga parang no choice ka papipiliin ka na lang. Mainitan ka, ma-heat stroke ka, o magbayad ka na lang ng kuryente, buksan mo yung aircon. So, no choice ka pa rin. Ikaw pa rin naman yung Siyempre, ang pipiliin mo, kaysa ma-heat stroke ako, buksan ko lang ng aircon na maginawaan ako. Yun nga lang, ang suffering nun, nasa huli. Kasi pagdating ng bill mo, magkakagulatan na lang kayo. Diba? Napaka-importante ng discussion na to. Ang haba lang, hindi ko na talaga mapapanood sa inyo ng buo. May mga inumit na ako. Ang dami kong inumit. Meron lang ako nga minentain kung saan si Congressman Dante Marcoleta nagsasalita kasi alam niya yan, yung paligoy-ligoy na yan. At saka ang kagandahan ay abogado, lawyer din yan. So yun yung kagandahan pagka lawyer yung isang At least alam niya kung ano yung sinasabi niya. Di ba? Di ko naman sinasabi itong mga to, hindi nila alam yung sinasabi nila. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang, since na may alam sa batas, pagka lawyer, at least hindi siya nawawala. Hindi siya naliligaw. Ang basis niya is yung law pa rin, di ba? Yun lang mga kayan ha. Marami pa tayong i-upload. Sobrang dami ng issue. Pasensya na kung minsan di ako masyado nakaka-upload kasi madami lang ako inaasikaso. Pero patuloy pa rin naman ang upload natin kundi isa, dalawa o tatlo pag may mga oras. Pero definitely this coming week, next week, marami tayong i-upload. Kung nakaabot ka sa dulo ng video na to, maraming salamat. Importante kasi to na mapag-usapan itong kung paano mapababa yung electricity as they talk about it. At talagang kasi tayo yung beneficiary dito. No? Hindi man natin naiintindihan due to their terminologies kasi hindi naman tayo mga nasa level nila. In layman's term, kahit paano, siguro naman napapaliwanag natin dito, di ba? Ang inyong lingkod po, Joe Malone TV. Maraming salamat po sa pagsubaybay nyo dito sa Joe Malone TV natin. Para sa issue ng bayan nating pag-usapan, dapat bosesan, dapat talakayin, dapat himay-himayin. No? Dahil naniniwala ang Joe Malone TV nyo na talagang kailangan ma-delegate natin o ma-cascade natin yung knowledge, yung awareness sa mga taong hindi pa masyado naiintindihan o hindi pa masyado nauunawaan kung ano yung nangyayari sa gobyerno natin. Kaya natin sila pinag-uusapan dito. Maraming salamat po, Joe Malone TV.